Today, something inside this person you have in mind reached a breaking point. The internal pressure they have been feeling for a long time has finally become unbearable. This person can no longer hold back what is in their heart and is about to reveal something that could change the dynamic between you in a way you might not be expecting. This person has been struggling internally for a long time, trying to balance their own feelings with the reality around them. It's as if, with each passing day, the burden of keeping this secret has become heavier, to the point of no longer being ignored. There is an urgency in the air, an almost desperate need to speak, to open up, to share what is deep within their heart. And now, this person feels they cannot wait any longer. You may have noticed small signs in recent days, perhaps a prolonged look, a word spoken hesitantly, or even a silence that seemed more loaded than usual. These are indications that something big is coming. Something that, if revealed, could completely transform the way you see this relationship and, who knows, open doors to a new beginning. The reason for this urgency? The fear of losing something that has become incredibly precious. When a person finds themselves in an emotional dilemma like this, there is always the worry that if they remain silent, what they fear most, the loss of a valuable connection, may become a reality. And this fear is a powerful motivator. It is what often pushes us to do what we have avoided for so long. To be honest, even if it exposes us to risk. Today, this person is on the brink of an emotional precipice. They know that speaking up could change everything, for better or for worse, but keeping this secret any longer is simply unsustainable. This person's heart is about to overflow, and you are about to hear something you perhaps never expected to hear. You should prepare yourself because what is coming can deeply affect your emotions. It is possible that this revelation will bring to the surface feelings that were hidden, both for you and for her. It could be the beginning of a new phase, where things become clearer, more transparent, and where the truth, finally spoken, can pave the way for a stronger, more honest relationship. However, it is also important to remember that this person is putting themselves in an extremely vulnerable position. Talking about deep feelings is never easy, especially when there is so much at stake. This vulnerability can be an act of courage, but it is also a silent plea for understanding and acceptance. This person knows that by opening up this way, they are risking altering the dynamics between you. However, they have reached a point where the fear of not speaking outweighs the fear of the possible consequences. And that, in itself, is a sign that what you are about to hear is not something trivial. It is something that comes from the bottom of the heart, something that, in a way, defines what this person feels for you. As this confession approaches, you may feel a mix of anxiety and curiosity. This is natural. After all, we are talking about deep feelings, words that carry significant emotional weight. But remember, regardless of what is said, you also have the right to process this information at your own pace, to feel what you need to feel, and to respond according to what your heart tells you. When the words are finally spoken, you may feel as if a new energy is settling between you. This confession, which has been kept silent for so long, now emerges as a powerful outpouring, loaded with sincerity and emotion. This is the moment when the masks fall, and the truth, raw and unfiltered, finally presents itself. The revelation might be something you already suspected, an intuition that has always been present in the back of your mind, but you were never sure about. Or it could be something completely unexpected, a surprise that will change your perspective about this person and the relationship you share. Either way, the impact of this confession will be profound and will likely shake the foundations of the relationship you've built so far. This person, by opening up to you, is showing remarkable courage. After all, it's not easy to expose one's own feelings, especially when there's so much at stake. The confession might involve feelings of love that were hidden due to fear of rejection or uncertainty about the future. Or perhaps it's an apology for past mistakes, an attempt at reconciliation, and a desire to start anew. Whatever the case may be, this revelation is, above all, a plea for understanding and an invitation to a new phase. You, in turn, now hold the key to deciding the next steps. The confession not only clarifies what this person feels, but also gives you the opportunity to reevaluate what you want from this relationship. How do you feel about what was said? Does this change anything for you? These are important questions that you'll need to answer for yourself. If what you hear resonates with what you feel, it could be the beginning of something very beautiful. Sincerity, when well received, has the power to strengthen bonds and build a solid foundation for the future. It's as if, by telling the truth, this person is offering a new opportunity for the two of you, a chance to restart with more clarity, confidence, and mutual understanding. However, it is possible that you may need some time to process all of this. And that's okay. Confessions like this are not easy to assimilate, especially when they involve such deep feelings. Do not feel like you need to have all the answers immediately. This person will understand if you need space to think, to reflect on what all of this means for you and the future that you can have together. This moment of reflection is crucial. Sometimes, when hearing a confession, we might feel pressured to respond quickly, to give an immediate answer. But the truth is, complex feelings like these deserve to be pondered calmly. Allow yourself to feel, think, reconsider. The most important thing is that when you finally decide how to respond, it is a response that comes from your heart, a true and authentic response. On the other hand, this confession may also bring up issues that you might not have considered before. It could be that you realize what was said does not correspond to what you want or expect from this relationship. And if that is the case, it is also important to be honest about that. A confession opens doors to the truth, and that applies to both sides. What is clear is that, after this confession, nothing will be exactly as it was before. This is an opportunity to reevaluate, to redefine the contours of this relationship. Whatever direction you decide to take, the most important thing is that this decision is based on honesty, mutual respect, and the willingness to follow a path that is good for both. This is a turning point, a moment where you and this person can decide together what comes next. And this decision, whatever it may be, will be an important step in the emotional journey you share. With the words said and the emotions exposed, you may begin to perceive the implications of this confession on your life and the relationship you have. This revelation, whatever it may be, has shed new light on what was previously obscured by uncertainty and fear. Now there is a clarity, a truth that can no longer be ignored, and this is both an opportunity and a challenge. This person, by opening up to you, has shown a vulnerable side that you may not have fully known. Vulnerability is a powerful aspect of human relationships. It creates deep connections based on authenticity and trust. Now that you know this side of them, the way you respond to this vulnerability can define the direction the relationship will take from here. The confession, however impactful it may have been, also brings with it a responsibility. Now that you know what this person feels, what they think, and what they hope for, the way you choose to act will have a significant impact. This does not mean that you need to immediately meet these expectations, but rather that you should carefully consider what is best for you and for both of you. It is possible that, as you process this new information, you may feel the need to reevaluate your own feelings. Perhaps this confession confirms something you already felt, or perhaps it raised doubts and uncertainties that you didn't know existed. It is normal for a revelation of this kind to bring complex emotions to the surface, which need to be explored with patience and care. You may ask yourself, does this change what I feel? Or am I willing to embark on this new phase with this person? These are essential questions that need to be answered honestly with yourself. If the answer is positive, this confession can be the catalyst for a deeper and more meaningful relationship, where both are more aware of their own feelings and each other's expectations. On the other hand, if the revelation does not resonate with what you want or feel, that is also an important truth that needs to be respected. Not all confessions lead to happy endings, and that is part of the complexity of human relationships. The important thing is that you remain true to your own feelings and do not feel pressured to make a decision just to please the other person. This moment of decision is delicate and requires that you be in tune with what you truly want for your future. Sometimes, the hardest truths to face are those that reveal to us that maybe we are not as aligned with the other person as we would like. And that's okay. The truth, no matter how painful it may be, is always the path to a deeper understanding of yourself and what you really need to be happy. If you decide that this is the moment to move forward with this person, use this confession as a starting point for a new phase. With the truth in sight, you can build something more solid, based on honesty and mutual respect. This new phase may be full of challenges, but it can also bring a renewed sense of purpose and connection. If, however, you realize that what was revealed does not correspond to what you want or need, it is important to communicate that clearly and compassionately. Honesty, even when painful, is a gift we give ourselves and others. It allows both partners to follow paths that are more aligned with their true needs and desires. Regardless of the decision you make, know that this moment of revelation and reflection is an important part of your emotional journey. It is an opportunity for growth, both for you and for this person, and what you choose to do from here will be a significant step in that journey. With everything that has been said and the intense emotions that came to the surface, now is the time to consider the next steps with even more depth and awareness. This is the moment when you really begin to internalize the meaning of this confession and the impact it will have on your life and the future of this relationship. The first thing you should consider is the emotional impact of this revelation, not just on you but also on this person. Confessing deep feelings that have been kept for so long is not a simple thing. It is an act of surrender, a leap into the unknown that requires courage and determination. Now that the confession has been made, this person's vulnerability is at stake, and how you respond to this will be crucial. If you feel that the feelings expressed in this confession resonate with your own, this may be the moment to build something deeper together. You now have the foundation of truth upon which you can build a new stage in the relationship, where trust and honesty will be the pillars. This does not mean that everything will be easy moving forward. Relationships are complex and full of challenges, but the fact that both of you are willing to be sincere is a good sign that there is potential for something very special. In a new phase based on transparency, it is vital that both are willing to work together to overcome any obstacles that may arise. You will need to have open and honest conversations about what each of you expects from the future, what your needs are, and how you plan to meet these needs in a way that benefits both. This will be a phase of learning and adaptation, where communication will be the key to avoiding misunderstandings and strengthening the connection. On the other hand, if what was revealed does not align with what you want for your future, it is equally important to be clear and honest about it. This person deserves to know where you truly stand emotionally, and if your feelings do not match, it is better to be sincere from the start. Sometimes, the hardest truth to tell is the one that involves disappointing someone who cares about you, but it is the best way to ensure that both can move forward in a way that is authentic and respectful. Considering this scenario, you may need to take a step back to evaluate how to proceed. If you decide that this relationship is not something you want to pursue further, communicating this carefully will be essential. Explain your feelings clearly, but also with compassion, remembering that the other person is also in a vulnerable place. Speaking the truth, even if it is difficult, is always the most respectful and, in the long run, the least painful path. But what if the confession brings to light feelings you didn't know existed? What if, upon hearing this person's words, you realize that despite your doubts, there is something within you that still wants to explore this connection? In that case, perhaps the best course of action is to take some time for both of you to reflect on what you truly want. It may be that a short break helps you both see things more clearly and make more informed decisions. Regardless of the path you choose, there are a few important things to keep in mind. First, acknowledge the courage it took for this person to open up to you. Vulnerability is not easy, and by sharing something so intimate, this person showed a level of trust in you that should not be underestimated. Even if you decide not to continue the relationship, this honesty deserves to be recognized and respected. Second, be kind to yourself during this process. Making important decisions is never easy, and it is normal to feel confused or overwhelmed by the weight of this choice. Give yourself the necessary time to reflect and listen to what your heart is saying. Remember that whatever decision you make, it should be the best for your emotional well-being and inner peace. Third, remember that this is just a chapter of your life. Although this confession seems central at the moment, life is composed of many chapters, and each one contributes to your personal journey. Whether you decide to move forward with this person or not, know that there are many other experiences and connections waiting for you in the future. Nothing is definitive, and each experience, whether positive or negative, has something to teach. If you decide that this is the moment to move forward, the confession you heard today could be the starting point for a new phase where both of you feel more connected and aligned. You will have the opportunity to explore together what it means to be in a relationship based on truth and mutual respect. This can be the beginning of something truly beautiful, where both of you grow and develop, not just as individuals, but also as a couple. If, however, you realize that going separate ways is the best, this should not be seen as a failure, but as a mature and conscious decision to prioritize what is best for both. Ending a relationship in a respectful and honest way is a sign of emotional maturity, and although it may be painful at first, it is the best way to ensure that both can move forward with integrity and in pursuit of happiness. Lastly, look at this moment as an opportunity for personal growth. With each challenge we face, we have the chance to learn more about ourselves and what we truly want in life. Use this experience to strengthen your self-esteem, your decision-making ability, and your skill to communicate clearly and compassionately. What you decide to do from here on out is completely up to you, and whichever choice you make, may it bring you peace, clarity, and a renewed sense of purpose. Allow your spirit to absorb these words and feel them resonate deeply within you. The universe wishes the best for you and will ensure a positive outcome, regardless of your choice. Type, I absorb, receive, and accept my destiny and everything the universe has to offer me. To claim this message and the blessings contained within it for yourself, leave a positive comment for other viewers who might need a boost of positivity in their day. The universe sees this as an act of kindness. Let us lift each other up and create waves of good energy together. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe right now and be attentive to the important message awaiting you in the next video. May God and the universe illuminate your steps with peace, love, and faith. Amen.